Hello everybody and welcome to this Better Globe presentation. My name is Dagfinn. I will introduce myself in a while. First I want to say thank you for sharing and listening to this recording here, this video presentation. And I'm sure that you got it from a friend of you that really wants you to see it and to hear about Better Globe. I will present the Better Globe for you here. It will take 30-45 minutes, but I will say more than I usually do in a presentation like this. So I hope you will see it all. And before we start, I will also in this presentation show you more about all the awards and from the media that we got here. And this was Executive Global magazine. Here is the European Business magazine with our CEO on the front page and a wonderful article inside here. And yes, of course, the Meaty magazine. This is the Tree Farmers magazine of Africa. And of course, also the Bingwa magazine for the children in Africa. So we are doing a lot of good things. And I will also show you, I can start right away and share my screen with you before we start the official presentation. So let me just tell you that you see here in this, on this web page, betterglobe.com. Here it's under About Us and Frequently Asked Question, because I like people to go here and read about the frequently asked question. So you can find about Better Globe in many, many languages on the domain betterglobe.com, betterglobe.no, .se, .es, .dk, .de for Germany, and you can choose the language here as well. So I guess you got this link from someone, and if you want to share your link, you shall just write the domain betterglobe.com and use your number, like it can be 57995. I don't know, but if you refresh now, and this is your number, you can see that the page opens here, and you can't see your number anymore. But now, if you give this link with your number to someone, then if they click buy trees here, then they are kind of connected to you as the what you call it, the sponsor or the mentor for them, because you recommend them to buy. And if you don't see your number here, this is normal. This is how it's made. You can go down to the bottom of the page and you can just highlight this here. You can see now, you can see the number here. So you're sure that this is your page. So if you send your link to someone, you want them to be connected with you. So that's how we do it. And I will also show more about how this works when people buy tree. Here is just a customer buying that I know, of course, that started to buy in 2006, 148 trees in 2006, and these numbers in the years here. So regular buyer, not too many, but at least some trees. And this is the payout. And here, this is the annual payout that I will explain more. So you can do good and make money at the same time. And why not? And this is what I want to present to you in this presentation that I will very soon open here and start together with you. So now I put this in presentation mode and welcome you once again to listen to this amazing company, and hopefully you will understand my message. My name is Dagfinn, as I said. I'm 52 years old from Norway. I'm the dad to 3 children, and I have been a customer and a full-time ambassador for Better Globe since 2011. Customer since 2006, of course, but I decided to do this as a job, not as an employee in the company, because this is totally voluntary, and you can also be an ambassador and do this. And I did it, and I have done it for some years now, and I'm all into it, of course, because I love it. And before I was in the army, so it's quite a big difference to after 17 years in the army and doing Better Globe full time. But I like the difference. And yes, now I'm really traveling the world to tell people about Better Globe. And I hope you will share this video, and however you like to do it, to share this company and the opportunity with your friends. I have been in Africa many times, because when I started this back in 2006, we didn't have any trees planted, any school built, no family microfinanced, and nothing was actually done at that time. So it took me 3 years before I went my first time to Africa to see what Better Globe have done down there. But after 2009, I was so impressed already then. And so I visited them again in 2012 and in 13 and in 17 and in 18 and also last year in 2019. The opportunity is that Better Globe, they arrange trips for customers and ambassadors to come down to Kenya and Uganda and to see all what have been done. And of course, in 2006, 7 and 8, it was not difficult to sell this to my friends and family and to ask them to buy trees, and because of this and that, and we haven't any result, and I couldn't show them any pictures or any web page. But if you start as an ambassador today, you have 16 years that we have done very well, and we have videos and documentation and everything installed. So it's really good. Now, let me also introduce these three gentlemen. Jan van den Abele, the tree planting expert that works in the Better Globe Forestry, and Reno in the middle, he's the CEO of Better Globe. He's the founder of this company. And Jean-Paul to the right, he is the managing director of Better Globe Forestry. Better Globe Forestry is a Kenya for-profit forestry company, and we are planting trees in East Africa, primarily in Kenya and Uganda. But we will start in Tanzania, I think this year or next year. Better Globe's, whoops, here is something wrong with the text. Better Globe vision. This was not that nice. I'm sorry about that. But our vision is to eradicate poverty and corruption in Africa. And our mission is, by social entrepreneurship, plant as many trees as there are people on this planet. So that is a big goal to take on, but and to eradicate poverty and corruption. That we haven't managed it in Europe, so how can we do it in Africa? Yeah, but to do a little bit about it will be good anyway. So at least that is our vision and our mission. And we will do it, Better Globe will do it by massive tree planting. This is what creates all the work and the money in the company. Massive tree planting, microfinance, and children's education. Because if we were here only for the money, we would only plant trees. But since our vision is to eradicate corruption and poverty in Africa, then we also have to use microfinance. Is a very good tool for that, and of course take care of children's education. So we are not a pure charity organization, of course. We are a business organization. We are a charity organization with business principle, if you understand. So, and I like that model very well, and that is really sustainability, and that's how it will work the best. And we can see that now that we have succeeded in this. So Better Globe tries to solve some of the world's greatest challenges, actually. It is the desertification, it is the the cut down of all the trees, the deforestation, and all these things that most of the people in the world is talking about right now. And Better Globe is good for the farmers, it's good for the environment, it's good for you as a customer because you get some profit from this, because Better Globe will buy back the trees from you and you will end up with a good profit. And it's good for the country, Kenya and Uganda, and for the community, and it's a complete win-win-win situation. We have many photos in this presentation, and this is a satellite photo over one of the plantation. This is the Kiambere plantation in Kenya. You can see, or you can't see, but this was dry area before, and now it's getting greener and greener, and it's very close to Kiambere Lake, as you can see, and that's beautiful, because this land was given to us from the government and through the Kengen, the biggest electricity company, because they wanted to plant trees. Because they used the water to create electricity through turbines, and from our tree planting, the erosion has stopped and the maintenance of the turbine has gone down a lot. So it's also a good benefit for them letting us plant trees around there. So, and another thing is that Better Globe will not take the best agricultural land to plant the trees on. We only plant in dry areas, what is called semi-arid land. Arid, semi-arid land, called semi-desert. So we turn dry land into green land. And this picture is quite good because you can see that the trees behind there, they are growing also in these areas very, very well. And now this is an old picture, I know, and now it's green all over. And here you can see a footage from a drone over Kiambere. And in the rainy season, it's all green and nice. And in the drier season, it looks dry then, but the trees, they survive and they grow, of course, every year. Not compared to here in Norway, where the tree grows maybe 2-3 months a year. But in Africa, these trees, they grow 365 days a year, maybe. And here are some pictures of one of the spices that we grow, mukau tree. 5 years old mukau. And this is Jan van den Abele with an 8-year-old mukau tree. So this is a hardwood mahogany tree, which is very valuable, of course, because we have to stop cutting down the rainforest, but we need trees, and it should be planted in semi-arid land and all the land, the wasteland kind of, to make it sustainable and good for the planet. So this is what we do. And of course, while planting all the trees in plantations or through our partner farmers, we create a lot of jobs. So when I as a customer buy trees, and or you as a customer buy trees, or a company start to buy trees, we create a lot of jobs. And we have done that because we are supporting the poorest people in the world. Actually, they are living in this area, and they have been there all the time, and they want to be there, and they struggle every day to grow food so they can live. But when we come, when Better Globe Forestry come, these are the people that will get work. They can work in the plantation, and many do now. And much of the work is made by hand. All the seedlings is made by hand, and the planting, of course. Many more trees have been planted now than 1.2 million trees, but it takes some time, and we need some people to work there to do this work, and it works perfectly. And of course, watering and maintain and take care of all the trees and guard it from fire and from wild animals and all this stuff needs a workforce. So, and when it comes back to watering, maybe watering is only necessary the first year, because after 1 year, the root goes so deep that the tree managed by its own. So that is good. And this is a man taking care of the trees, of course, by cutting off some of them, pruning or what they call it. And the tree farmers, I also want to tell you that, because this is the success formula for a Better Globe Forestry, for Better Globe. And that is all the partner farmers that we have. Because if we shall plant as many trees as there are people on earth, we can't do it on regular plantations. So we have started many years ago now, started to plant trees together with partner farmers. And these partner farmers are farmers living around in Kenya and in Uganda. They have their land and they have been living there for all their life, in generations maybe. And now they get education from Better Globe, and they get follow-up, and they get the seedlings, and they can start to plant trees. So let me just make an example. If this farmer here, if his property or his land can fit like 500 trees, then he will plant 500 trees, and 250 of those trees, half of the trees, yeah, they will be his, and the other 250 will be Better Globe Forestry trees. But he will take care of all the 500 trees, so he will also make a lot of money of this. And we, Better Globe Forestry, of course, want to buy back all the trees, all the 500 trees, but he can sell the trees that he owns to someone else also, of course. But Better Globe Forestry have in the contract that they will pay 10% more than any other anyway. So hopefully he will sell all the trees back to Better Globe Forestry. And now we have, as you can see, more than 5,000 partner farmers, and we are growing every day. So this is a big success. And yes, we have started planting also in Uganda, not only Kenya, but in the Dukolo area. We started in 2018, and now it's 2020, so we are on the way. And through all this, when the men and women gets a job, the economical wheels start to turn again. So it changes the whole society. And this picture is from a nursery producing the small mukau seedlings. As you can see here, it's maybe 900,000 or close to 1 million seedlings on this picture here. And by December 2019, we have planted more than 2.7 million trees. So jobs is important, of course, because then you can have a salary and everything change. So now to water, we also need water for our plantation, and the society around and the people around also struggle with water. So maybe for them living there, maybe a dry river is the only water hole that they have, and it can be like 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, maybe 20 kilometers away from their home, and they have to go there every day. And this is what the women and the children do, because water is priority number one. They skip school, or they can't go to school because they have to spend time fetching water. And when this is the only source, it takes a lot of time, of course, to fill up a 20-liter bottle from this hole. But they have to do it, and they use a lot of time, of course. And that's also involved the children that should have been in school, actually, instead of struggling to fetch all the water. But that's how it is. But when Better Globe comes to the area and create a plantation, a big plantation or something, then we have many ways to get water. We can drill for water. We can create water kiosks like this. Here they have created a water kiosk, and here people can come now and fill up the bottles, of course, much quicker than from a dry river. So this is beautiful. This is something very good. And now into education. Children's education is essential to make a change, and it's this is next generation Africa. And if any change shall happen, they need more education, and they can't only continue how their grandparents and parents have continued to cut down trees and to burn it into coke, or what the word is, and because now they have to teach how to do it differently. So Better Globe renovate and refurnished schools, like here in Kenya. We have done that with 2 schools in Kenya. This is in Mbuti in Kenya, and you can see, yeah, this is the preschool building, and you can see how it looks now. It's not easy to learn something inside here, and here you can see all the toys that the children have to play with. So yeah, imagine how you have it, how your kids have it. But when Better Globe comes to an area and we collect money from our customers buying trees and donation pack that I will tell you about, and profit from the trees, then Better Globe will give money to build schools. And this is just one out of many examples. So this is the new preschool building. And now it's all finished with doors and windows and everything. So this is much better learning condition. I hope you understand and can see. But we have built more schools. We have built big schools from the ground. And in Kabale in Uganda, in South Uganda, we have, and also on Equator, we have a big school. And this one is from Kabala in Uganda. And today, of course, this is in 2015. Today, this big building, this is only one out of, when everything is done, it will be 28 buildings there. And it will be a school area for 2,500 students here. Now, today, it's maybe 400 students at Child Africa Junior School here. And this is only one out of more buildings in that area. And we have dormitory there because many of the students, they live there, they stay there, and they maybe they are there for 3 months until they go home for some weeks, and they come back to the school, and they are always there. And they have school also on Saturday, and after school they play, and they play football and all this stuff that children can do. So they are very happy. So that was a primary school, but we also have a secondary school in Kabale in Uganda, and it was bought in 2017. And today this is a big school complex as well. It's painted now in red, white, and blue, and it's called Solberg College. So this is the secondary school there. Now I will talk a little bit about the positive impact on the climate, and this is something what we talk about almost every day in the media and in the news, about the climate change and all this stuff. And tree planting is very important. We should plant more trees because we cut down too much trees from the rainforest, and it will be a big problem. So hopefully this will turn now. And erosion is one big challenge in Africa. Deforestation is another big issue, of course. Too many trees are cut down, and desertification, the desert eats another 200 meters per year. So we have to start planting trees. And that is what we do. We plant trees, and now some pictures that can show you that here the planting has started. This is in 2011. This is just a small area in Kiambera. But you can see the next photo now that their photos are taken from the very same place, because you can see this baobab tree back here. And this is the same tree. And here you can see they have been growing a little bit more. And now it's 2013 here, the same baobab tree and the Kiambere Lake and everything here, 1.5-year-old trees in March 2013. And here you can maybe think they are dead. but they are not dead. It's only dry season, and they take off their leaves and protect themselves, but they are still growing. So these are all mukau trees, perfectly healthy and growing. And this is in 2017. And if I had a picture from now, they will be much bigger, of course, and very green. So it's very, very beautiful. So as you maybe have understood, our customers, they buy trees or they can buy trees through a donation pack. And now I will tell you what's inside a donation pack. The cost for a donation pack is 53 euro. And from a donation pack, you will get 2 trees for you to keep. So these trees are yours, and I will tell you what will happen to these 2 trees. But you will also gift 2 trees to some poor people, or to tree farmers, or to children, or to school projects, or to something like that, what we have done a lot. So 4 trees from every donation pack will be planted. But in the donation pack, we also calculate 500 liters of water, and it will go 1.5 euro for school building and 1.5 euro for microcredit. So if you buy your trees through a donation pack, then you do more charity also, kind of, than only buying trees alone. But this is totally up to you as a customer. Most customers, they buy 1 donation pack or more every month, and some trees extra. So that is up to you, of course. And yeah, microfinance I talked about already. We have helped more than 5,000 families now to receive microfinance, and that will help them to get out of poverty, because they can use the money they loan from Better Globe, and then they can start a business. They can buy a sewing machine, they can buy some better tools for agriculture, they can buy a goat or a cow, or they can buy a solar panel or something to start a business, because this money will be paid back to Better Globe, of course. And we don't have a high interest on this loan, because this is something that Better Globe not earn money from. We are only earning money from tree planting, and not from microfinance, and not from building schools, of course. So we have a very good system here, and we help 1 family at the time with this nice project. So until now, you have heard about Better Globe, and you will think this is a perfect charity organization. But now I will start to talk about what makes us different, because we also do profit sharing. Because all the customers that buy trees, it doesn't matter if you're 80 years or you're 5-year-old, or if you're a parent buying trees to can be your children, your unborn children, and whatever you like. You can gift people, friends, trees, and all the customer buying trees, they will have the trees bought back from them. So they will end up with a profit. And this is now what I will show you how this works, how this profit sharing will work. So if you buy a tree today, which is the only opportunity you have to buy it in 2020. And the cost of 1 tree today is 17 euro. And the trees you buy will be yours for 20 years. You will be the owner of the trees you buy for 20 years. So if you buy them this year, today, tomorrow, whenever, it starts to calculate from the year of 2020. The first 4 years, you will have no return, of course, because the tree must be planted and it must grow. And we plant a lot of different type of trees. We plant mango trees, we plant gum arabic, acacia Senegal tree, we plant moringa tree, and we also plant the mahogany, the mukau tree that you have already seen. But on year number 5, then we have income from the trees and from other things in Better Globe. So on year number 5, we can start to buy back the tree from you. Better Globe start to buy back the tree from you. That means that you will get a profit. And on the 5th year, and every year you will get 15% per tree per year. And 15% out of 17 euro, that is 2.55 euro. So you will have 2.55 euro per tree per year back. And this you will get for 15 years. Every year payout, 15 years. And now this 15 years here, it will be a total of 38.25 euro for one tree, only one tree example here. And 15 years plus these 4 years here, that's 19 years. So I said 20 years ownership, and 1 year is missing here. And that is the very last year, which will give you 117 euro per tree. Yes, you heard correct. You will get 10 times back on year 20. And if you buy your trees in 2020, year 20 will be in 2039. And you maybe think, I don't know, maybe you are 70 or 80 years old, but we have customers in that age, of course. And if I pass away or something, I know that my children will inherit my trees. So this will go automatically. They will not disappear, and your children will inherit your trees. So if you are old and don't think you can have the economical benefit from the trees here, you can make sure that your children or your grandchildren will inherit your trees. So that is okay. So the total here now for one tree payback is 170 plus 38.25, and that is actually 208.25 euro. And the big payout here, 170 euro per tree, yes, that comes from the tree that you actually buy, and that is the mukau tree. That is the big mukau tree, the mahogany tree, which has a high value on the market. And Better Globe is not going to ship this tree to India or to China, but we process everything in Africa. So we make parquet out of it, or furniture or something. And that is also something which is very good, because we create even more employees, more work for people when we do it this way, instead of selling the whole tree to China, which we could have done, but we will not do it that way. So from only one tree, you can get 208, and you will get 208.25 in total back. And that is net profit 191.25 euro, because you take away 17 euro from this, which is the amount you paid for the tree. So you will have a net profit of 191.25 euro only from one tree. But now you understand, you will not get rich from one tree. But if you buy some trees every month as a saving, if you buy 10 trees, if you buy 100 trees, if you buy 1,000 trees, then you can understand that you can make a very good saving, pension plan, or whatever you like to call it, from trees in a very, very sustainable and good way. And you help poor farmers and education and all the things that I have been talking about. You are a part of that in the process. So here, example from a donation pack. I told you already that a donation pack consists of 2 trees that you will be the owner of. And that's why it's the double here, because it's 2 trees, and then you will have 416.50 euro back per donation pack. And when you start to calculate on this with percentages and how many percentage you earn, and return on profit and all this stuff, you can do it yourself, of course. But from buying trees alone, you will have more than 12% on your money. And from buying a donation pack, it's like 7% or something. So it's a very good return on profit and investment if you look upon it like that. And if you are really smart, we have something for smart customers. And if you buy 1 donation pack each month and 10 trees each month, ending up with 12 donation packs during the year and 120 trees, It doesn't, you don't have to buy it monthly, but you have to end up with that during the year. Then you will get additional 20 bonus tree for free. So this is a great saving plan if you want to understand this, because you get the 20 bonus tree for free. So you will end up not having 24 trees from the donation pack plus the 120 trees from the 10 times each month, 144 trees plus the 20 bonus tree. That will give you 164 trees that year. And 164 trees times 2.55 times 15 years, that is 6,273 euro. And if you do this every year, you start now, you do it every year you do this, then you will, in the end, you will have 34,153 annual payout. And for many people, that is good. That is a good pension. That is a good saving program. So you can calculate and you can think about it. But this is the real numbers that you will get back annually. So yeah, thank you for listening. And I will also tell you something that you can give a gift to anyone, because we have a beautiful system for that. Inside your web page, you can give gift to any whom you like. And here is an example that my daughter actually gave one tree as a gift to a school where she was a student. And now the school is the owner of this tree. It was bought in 2018, and it has this value, of course, as you remember, 208.25 euro. And this is a perfect gift, because you can give this on birthday, on wedding. You can give it to a child having, in young age, having a name, confirmation, and just an invitation party for a new apartment or something like that. Because most people, they buy a bottle of wine, and I suggest now that you stop buying these lousy gifts and start buying trees, because you can print out this gift certificate, and you can put it in a frame if you like, and you can pack it in nicely, and you can give it. And I can promise you 100% sure that they will ask you, and they will be very happy for the trees, and they will ask you, what is this? Can you explain more? Can you tell me more about Better Globe? I think this is fantastic, because it is actually impossible not to think that Better Globe and what we do is fantastic. Then you must have misunderstood something if you don't agree on that. So I can stop sharing now, and yeah, I will share a little bit more actually, because I have something more for you, since you are here still, because I told you that we have some awards and all this stuff that we can now use as a marketing tool, because I want you to tell this. I actually want you to make to tell this to all your friends, and to make them become customers in the Better Globe, because it's so good. You just have to explain a little bit to them, and so they are convinced that they should buy trees from this company. And we have this web page. We have yeah. Let me share my screen again and show you something more. Yeah, we are many thousand customers worldwide now, and this is from 2016. 16 is the old number here. So we have employed a lot of people, and we are doing very, very well, really good. So buy trees and talk to the person who invited you to this webinar, so you can get help to buy the trees, and you can start a monthly saving. I will recommend you to do that. And yes, this is a Chinese proverb. The best occasion to plant a tree was actually 20 years ago. But since that is quite impossible now, the next best occasion is actually today. So just go ahead and buy a tree or more today. We have planted more than 2.7 million trees as per today. And this person I have introduced to you, we have 10 years now with Kengen, and we have a cooperation with them for gifting trees together with Bamburi, gifting trees to schools in Kenya. It's a big project and it's very nice because we are giving trees to the students on different schools. So the children take care of the trees during the schooling time. And partners, we cooperate with all the necessary partners that we need to cooperate with in Kenya and Uganda, of course, because this is serious business. And if you want to YouTube or go to and YouTube Better Globe, you can find this video from TEDx. You can find more video from London Stock Exchange, and I recommend you to do that because they are really nice videos telling a lot about what Better Globe Forestry and Better Globe has achieved. And this is Jean-Paul de Prince, received the award of Economic Advisor through Royal Degree 8 in 2017. And this is actually a Norwegian award that Better Globe got. And we got it in 2016 and in 2017 and in 2018. And it's called the Gazelle Prize. And it's a very nice award because to get this award, you have to have everything in order. You have to, of course, be a registered company, and you have to have order in your account and the turnover and the growth and everything. So this is something that we in Norway, Sweden, and Denmark can use to really show the credibility of the company. And yes, we also got a tax award in Kenya, and it was given out from the president Kenyatta himself as the best corporate tax yield company for small and medium enterprises. So this is also really, really good to have because we don't do any shortcuts, and we don't pay money under the table, and we don't bribe or do anything like that. So that's why we got this award. And yes, we are one of the fastest growing. We are ranked as one of the fastest growing companies on the Inc. 5000 Europe list. And our products, yes, we have made some nice watches from Mukau tree, and we are making furniture and parquet and all this stuff. And we are looking into making seedlings in the laboratory, in vitro production of seedlings, and all these things. So I now think I will stop here and finish this meeting. And I can say to you that you're welcome as a customer in Better Globe, and hopefully you can reach back to me or to the person who invited you to see this presentation. And you can join us for more live meetings on Zoom and everything we do. And we have Facebook group, and we have different tools that we use to connect and make it better for the company and for ourselves. So you are most welcome. So thank you very much for listening to this presentation, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you take a look at the webpage and on YouTube to see more about Better Globe. So thank you very much, and have a nice day.